Great day, everyone, and welcome to Cisco Cybersecurity Insights Live. We are broadcasting from Melbourne, Australia, and we have a great content to be sharing, and we'll be talking about endpoint security in the next 20 minutes. With me today is Aaron Woland. He is one of our principal engineers, specifically from Cisco's Advanced Threat Security. So, Aaron, welcome. Welcome to Melbourne.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we roll up our sleeves and talk about endpoint security, tell our audience more about yourself, right? What do you do for Cisco?
Sure. As you said, my name is Aaron Woland. I'm one of the principal engineers in the Advanced Threat Group at Cisco. My focus is mostly on futures and product enhancements and getting those to market. So things like I'm going to talk about today, like the new Cisco Security Connector, which was a joint project between Apple and Cisco, and the new Endpoint prevention, or otherwise called exPrev functionalities that have come with AMP for endpoints.
Yeah. So you mentioned about Apple, so let's get the party started, right? Tell us more about the partnership between Cisco and Apple.
Well, absolutely. So a few years ago, Apple and Cisco together announced a joint initiative to bring enterprise solutions into the world together that only Cisco and Apple can solve. And initially, it was focused on collaboration and networking enhancements, but now with this second phase of the partnership, we've actually brought in security. So at Cisco Live in Vegas last year, so 2017, Tim Cook came out on stage with our CEO, Chuck Robbins, and the two of them announced to the world some new offerings that have come out of this partnership, including the Cisco Security Connector.
Okay, cool. So Cisco Security Connector, so tell our audience what is it about and give us more of like what are the functions of Security Connector.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So the Cisco Security Connector is a software client, an app that is going to run on supervised Apple iOS devices. It was designed by Cisco and Apple together, pretty much from the ground up, to try and meet a next generation of endpoint security needs. Right? So it has two main functions with it, which is visibility and control.
Yep.
So it's one app with two functions in it, and what it's really doing is connecting to our security services that are in the cloud. So from a control perspective, we have a connector that is bringing traffic from iOS into our umbrella solution in the cloud, right? And from the visibility perspective, we have something brand new called Clarity, which is giving us visibility into every URL that is called to from within an iOS device and sending that metadata out to our AMP cloud, the Advanced Malware Protection Cloud. So with that one app and two functions, what you'll actually see is one of the services, which is called Clarity, which is in our AMP cloud.
Yep.
Right? That Clarity function gives us mobile app trajectory. It's one of the things that we get out of it, saying this app that has been seen on my enterprise devices, where is that app reaching out to? What are those URLs before encryption even occurs? Right? So even before a packet is encrypted in HTTPS or TLS, we're still able to see every single URL or IP address that has been reached out to by that endpoint and that application. On the other side, we're also getting device trajectory, which the slide should show. And in device trajectory, we're able to see every application that's been running on this device and where that has been going. It's providing a new contextual awareness to an incident responder where they were previously completely blind. Right? So from an iOS perspective, we've never been able to have this level of visibility before with any product ever without having to go through specialized containers or using specialized applications. And this is working for all apps, all containers, everything within iOS. The next piece of it, as we did talk about, was Umbrella, right? Which, as hopefully anyone watching this is familiar with Umbrella, right? But Umbrella is giving us an enterprise level of control over the destinations that your apps or your browsing may go to, using DNS as a control plane, not using proxy servers and so forth, just leveraging DNS. We're able to then allow you to go directly to your destination, stop you from going to that destination, or even use the intelligent proxy, redirecting your traffic through our cloud-based proxy so we can inspect that traffic further.
Cool. Now, so let's talk about advanced malware protection.
Absolutely.
Right? There's a new function in our AMP, so tell us more about that.
So yes, absolutely. Very excited about this one as well. So in AMP for Endpoints version 6.0.1, we added what we call it exPrev, or exploit
exPrev.
prevention.
Yeah.
So what this actually is doing is something really unique, where it's almost like putting a honeypot in memory. So what happens now, right, is that when an application launches inside of Windows, the application runs and a certain amount of memory is allocated to it in the system. And that memory is now in the system resources. We actually replace that with a totally separate, protected set of memory addresses. Right? So now the application is actually running in this protected memory space, and we keep an eye on the original decoy memory space, and that if anything tries to inject code into that decoy space, we are automatically informed that this is a bad process. It's trying to do memory injection, and we can kill that malicious process. Right? This has stopped the majority of the common attacks lately, like Nyetya and otherwise known as NotPetya, right? And lots of other in-memory attacks, providing some advanced active protections with AMP.
Great. Okay. Now, so anything that else that you'd like to share with our customers? Any call to action that you think would be good for them to look at?
So from a call to action, I would say go to cisco.com/go/security and do take a look at all of the endpoint security offerings that Cisco has. We are a serious player in the endpoint space, even though most customers may only think of us as the giant networking company.
Yep.
Right? We have some amazing technology in the endpoint space, and it does augment all of our network technology and make us that much better and more secure.
Great. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing
Thank
your
you for having me.
inputs, Aaron. And of course, this session is going to be available video on demand, and we'll be sharing this across Asia Pacific. So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
And enjoy the rest of your stay here in Melbourne.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you.